19.7 million. That's the number of children living in America without fathers, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. Kent Nerburn once said, "It is easier to become a father than it is to be one." And this perfectly illustrates one of the greatest troubles that modern America faces: fatherlessness. In fact, many societal issues that we see today can be directly linked to fatherlessness. Because of a father's important role in the development of his child. To a son, a father is his greatest influencer, and to a daughter, her greatest protector. But unfortunately, fatherhood is one of the first and primary victims of an age of casual sex and fear of responsibility. I would like to list some of the issues that we see in society today that can be directly linked to fatherlessness. 1. Fatherless children are more likely to be poor. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, children living in fatherless homes are 4 times more likely to be living below the poverty line. And this perfectly illustrates the father's role as a provider, which is seen in biblical and historical examples. But the effect of fatherlessness it extends beyond the family unit as a whole to the individual development and growth of a child, which brings us to number 2. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, fatherless children are at a significantly greater risk of becoming addicted to drugs and alcohol. This shows that a father has a pivotal role in the training of a child, and it is often because fathers are primary in giving discipline, which you can see in Ephesians 6:4, which says that fathers are to raise their children in the instruction and the discipline of the Lord. Third, research by S.L. Hofarth found that fatherless children are more likely to experience emotional and mental problems. His research found that children aged 3 or older living with married biological parents are a significantly lesser risk of externalizing and internalizing behavioral problems than children living with at least one non-biological parent. Not only does this show that fathers have a significant effect on the mental and emotional well-being and development of their children, but it shows that even a stepfather, even if he is a good stepfather, cannot fully fulfill the role of a biological father. Last, according to research done by Edward Kruk, fatherless children have more trouble academically. 71% of high school dropouts come from fatherless homes. That initial statistic that I gave you, 19.7 million, that comes out to roughly 1 in 4 children. This represents all the children in America that are living in fatherless homes. And this represents all the children living with married biological parents. This is responsible for 71% of all high school dropouts. Even those children that continue on to finish high school have been proven to score more poorly on tests of reading and math and thinking skills. In conclusion, the biblical template for marriage, one man and one woman, is the most effective for developing and training up mentally, emotionally, and physically healthy and stable children who can contribute to society. This shows that mothers and fathers are designed to work together to train up their children, with neither of them being designed by God to do it alone. And the minimization of the role of the father in the family unit in the name of equality and for the fear of responsibility weakens the modern family and American society as a whole.